Hello, welcome. I'm very happy to start this video in English. For some reason, speaking in English for me is a special treat. I love speaking in English. It feels like holiday. Just did my video in French. Very glad with the video I just made. I'm really glad with what I explored. So what dream do you have energy for right now? Or what dreams do you have energy for in this moment? Sorry about the light. It's not super clear. I don't know if I can change the setting. It's the best I have for now. So what energy do we have right now for dreaming? What energy do you have for dreaming right now? I'm looking for a way to ask the question differently. Basically, the question is, what do you have energy for? And it's true that I have myself energy for talking about dreaming, daydreaming, thinking about what we want, giving ourselves permission to visualize what we want. I'm not sure yet how to address that. I guess right now I want to arrive, and I invite you to arrive, to take a moment to chill and breathe, just kind of as a way to scan your body or feel your feelings or observe whatever you're thinking of. But basically the question around all those checking ins is how do you feel? And do you know what you're wanting right now? So I am making those videos as an experimentation, as someone that I met recently that I really appreciate engaging with, really appreciate the rich and nourishing meetings of people I have this week. It was a very rich week, and that's the week I started to do those video in English, and I really appreciate the support, the attention I've been receiving, including from Tyler, who suggested that I use the word experimentation rather than work, and I agree 1000% that it really feels way lighter, way more fun to use the word experimentation rather than work. What I do here is an experimentation, even if that include an element of work, where I also offer professionally my services. Even services doesn't feel quite that right. Salut Claire, bienvenue à toi. J'espère que tu parles anglais. J'ai fait une vidéo en français juste avant, si tu veux regarder. Si l'anglais est un peu difficile pour toi, mais si tu comprends l'anglais, c'est génial. So I just welcome the friend who speaks French, and I'm not sure she speaks English. It's funny because in a video in French there was someone showing up that I knew speak English, so I was telling him I was going to do an English video, and I was speaking in French at the time, and now I have someone who I know speaks French and I'm doing the video in English anyway. Yeah, I'm glad because it reminds me what of my intention, which is I want to have fun. Actually, I want to have way more fun doing those videos, and so it's exciting actually that I just remember that. I feel really excited with the idea that sometimes all it takes to really get towards what we want more is being reminded that what we want is possible, or that what we want is what we want. Sometimes we forget what we want, and so sometimes it's very cool to just remember what we want. So I just remembered that I want to have fun doing those videos as much as I can, and sometimes I can feel depressed or lousy and exhausted and tired, which happened yesterday. But nonetheless, I had fun doing it. But I don't want to pretend I'm somewhere else where I'm, than where I am. So the idea is, in the French video I just made earlier, I was explaining that there's a way of doing coaching that I experienced several times as a coachee, and a tiny bit as a coach, but not much, because I really don't like to do it this way. But yeah, this idea is that my experience of coaching sometimes it creates a sense that where we are right now is not enough, is not good enough, that we are not perfect as we are, and so we need to change ourselves. So this kind of this sense of, at least for me, it's my experience. It's not true for everyone. My experience with coaching has been that sometimes I felt ashamed or guilty or depressed about where I was. And so there was this idea that I had to change something, but coming from a place of guilt or shame or depression, nothing's possible. Everything seems very hard, and there's no fun there possible. So it was very, very, very unpleasant and unsatisfying. Not all the time, but very often. And so I came to realization that what how do I want to say it? Yeah, my approach, the way I want to work with myself, and the way I work with myself, and the way I want to work more and more with my clients or friends or family members or neighbors, any human beings I am engaging with, I want to support this consciousness that where we are is perfect and we are lovable fully as we are, and I feel really moved saying that. There's an element of grief here that I want to name for me. The element of grief is that so many times we interact with each other in ways that seems to say, you're not enough. I love you when blah blah blah. I love myself when blah blah blah. I love myself when I will earn that amount of money, or when I accomplish this thing. But very often there's a difficulty to enjoy where we are and to enjoy every step of the journey. And so instead of having an experience of loving where we are and really enjoy where we are and having fun being where we are and having what we have and doing what we do, there's a lot of kind of self-hate induced energy that kind of says you're shit, you're doing shit, and you're not good enough, and you're not having enough, and you're not being enough. It's very violent the way I'm saying it right now, but it's kind of an energy that that match the level of sufferance and frustration and sadness that I sometimes experienced, being myself in that relationship with myself, where I believe that where I was not good, what I was doing was not good, and it's very hard to build, and it's very hard to have energy available for dreaming when you think that who you are is not good. So what I was saying in the French video is that basically very often in the experience of the old paradigm of coaching, there is something that kind of says, if you were fully seen, it would be clear that you're not enough, and basically you should. So that there's an energy that I'm just gonna let the car pass. It distracts me, but so yeah, just question still. What what dream do we have energy for? What dreams do we have energy for? And what I'm saying is that basically when we are busy hiding ourselves or hating ourselves, hiding because we don't like fully ourselves, so the thing that there's some parts of us that are not likable, so we need to hide them because otherwise we will be rejected from the society or from this significant other or this person or that person from our family or work situation, whatever. So when there's this energy busy trying to protect ourselves from being judged or rejected from others, this energy is not available for dreaming and to focus on what we want and to mobilize ourselves to say yes to what we want. So I find it very interesting to notice the thing we do that supports mobilizing our energy, focusing our energy towards what we want, what we dream, and to let it manifest versus spending our energy in ways that distracts us from what we want, that makes us forget what we want, that makes us cringe with the idea of just thinking of what we want because in some way we're busy thinking that what we want is not possible. So wouldn't it be great, starting from now, to accept ourselves fully as we are? Wouldn't it be great to have fun being who we are and loving each other as we are? Wouldn't it be fun to chill, to breathe, to relax, to give ourselves permission to want what we want right now, and to let what we want, the consciousness of what we want, emerge one step at a time, rather than trying to force anything. I feel moved saying that. Wouldn't it be great to talk, you and I, even more about what's desired, what you dream about, what I dream about. Wouldn't it be great to talk about how we can make alliance together? Wouldn't it be great to see how we can engage in any kind of joint venture to just say yes to what we dream of, what we've been dreaming of for so long, or it could be something that is just brand new and that we desire. Wouldn't it be great to and by the way, I explained that in French, the French video, but in English I didn't say. I'm kind of using a process that I love, given by the teachings of Abraham Hicks. That's called "Wouldn't It Be Great If?" Wouldn't it be great if? And you just play the game of saying the sentence, and you finish with whatever it is. And that's I think it's a great process to greet the energy that's available right now, where we are, what we have access to right now, and mobilize it towards what's desired, rather than towards what we don't desire, or any whatever the form of what we don't desire is. So I go back with that process. With if I breathe, I chill with you right now. Wouldn't it be great if we chill together? Wouldn't it be great if we once again make space for being exactly where we are unconditionally, meaning independently from the condition within which we are right now? Wouldn't it be great to to make space for, you know, grieving when we need to grieve something, to celebrate when we want to celebrate something. Wouldn't it be great to once again make sure we connect with where we are right now? Wouldn't it be great to cultivate ways to interact with each other, with ourselves and with each other, that really makes it so easy to love ourselves, to love each other all the time, with anyone? I feel moved saying that, and also happy. There's a mix of mourning here, and a mix of joy and anticipation and eagerness about what's going to happen next. I really love this process of practicing. We are where we are. What can we do to feel even better right now? What do you have energy right now? That's the key. What do you have energy right now? If you're watching, you have energy for watching, and that's great. And maybe you have energy for, I don't know what else. What do you have energy for? Wouldn't it be great if, try this game, if you have energy for that. I'm going to continue, I have energy for that myself. Wouldn't it be great if we give ourselves permission to just be, without wanting anything. We don't have to be wanting anything or being clear about what we want right now. Wouldn't it be great to give ourselves permission to let the inspiration, the next impulse to come at the perfect time, because it will come at the perfect time. So wouldn't it be great to be at peace in the meantime? Wouldn't it be great to make peace with wherever we are, as often as possible, if not all the time? Wouldn't it be great if I read you what I wrote last night? I said it in a French video, and it was very interesting experience that I want to share with you. So I'm going to skip activity, looking for where what I want to read to you is. So yeah, a bit of context. Last night I woke up at 3:44. I went to bed at midnight 40, so I slept about 3 hours. I felt alive right now. I did some painting this morning. I'm going to do more painting this afternoon with my partner, Corinne. So I woke up at 3:44 and I felt I don't know if I want to say depressed, but kind of anguish, you know, like I was having thoughts that were talking about, I was saying basically something like, why am I? I'm nowhere, you know, I'm doing nothing, my financial situation, what I'm doing, you know, it's, you know, okay, people like me, but, you know, I'm feeling lousy, I'm going nowhere, the momentum is not gonna last. So there was some kind of negative prediction that things were going to be difficult and unsustainable, and basically I was feeling bad. I wasn't feeling good, and so I had this just thought, okay, what can I do, and how can I do the work with me? Like, you know, what can I do to feel better? I can take my phone and do some writing to help me feel a tiny bit better from where I was. And I did that. I took my phone and started to write on a note application, and then I was feeling better and better, and was still kind of feeling the momentum of not feeling that great, but at least I had the hope. I felt hopeful that I could find a place, a state where I would feel better. So I did that until I had the inspiration to take my notebook in paper and some my pen and do some writing, even more writing, but with the way that engage more the body and than being just the thumbs on the phone, which sometimes is a bit stressful after a certain period of time. So it was more relaxing. It was helping me feeling better to decide that. So I did, and I wrote 9 pages actually, and I came to something that I'm gonna translate it in English to share with you. If I find ways to say it in English, I said, walking with a nice path, or quite nice path, half an hour is still possible. It is still early. It is 6:07 a.m. I am a planetary surfer. I am a surfer of beingness. Sometimes I hated myself. Sometimes I loved myself. Sometimes I hated myself. Globally, I love myself. Not in a egotistic or that's the best way I can say it now. Not in an egotistic way, even if sometimes I do, but in a cosmic way, also in a cosmic way, because somewhere, something within me knows that when I love myself, it is the whole universe that I love. Something, somewhere in me, it knows that we are all connected, that we are all family, one family, whatever we choose. Yeah. And then I cried. I was so moved when I touched that. It was so clear that I was connecting to how much sometimes being part of the human culture, I have developed, like probably all of us, or at least most of us, the habits to sometimes hate ourselves or speak bad to ourselves, or in some way thinking that we should be somewhere else rather than enjoying we are where we are, and wherever we are there's new desires that are born, and so all our experiences, whether we like it or not, helps us getting clear about what we want. But instead of loving the process and chilling and relaxing into allowing what we came to want, sometimes we're busy shielding ourselves, killing each other sometimes, or killing ourselves, or or hurting ourselves, basically using our energy towards something that doesn't really allow what's wanted, even if sometimes we think that's would be a way. We kind of sometimes do things in good faith, but that are not really working to help us feel satisfaction. And I like my definition of satisfaction, which is knowing what you want and going towards what you want. So sometimes we do something different than going towards what we want, because we are busy using our energy in different ways than in the movement that allow, embrace, open to receive what's wanted. So thank you for listening. I'm glad I did this video. I'm really impressed by the process. I'm impressed by all the lovely people I met this week. I can't wait to share this video, tag them if they haven't watched it yet. What else do I want to say? I want to take a moment of silence with you. I want to invite you to take a moment of silence with me, just to check how you feel, for me to check how I feel. So, together, let's check how we feel right now. Let's take a deep breath, as deep as we want. No need to force anything. Just allow the breathing to happen. As it comes, as it goes. Feeling whatever you feel around you. I feel the fresh breathe. I hear the sounds. I'm aware that I'm going to join my partner to have lunch. So whatever is the context within which you are, that's maybe. I guess if you're watching this, it implies that you had a certain kind of availability to watch. So there's a kind of element of peacefulness around you, at least some part of it. And I invite you to just savor that. The peacefulness that you can access to if you want to. And in that together, we can think of those people who are not watching right now, who are not connecting, and maybe who are experiencing troubled times and stress and difficulties to self-connect, to really listen to what they want, and not to mention allowing what they want to happen a tiny bit more, that's the word. Just accepting we are where we are and allowing just a tiny bit more well-being. What can I do to allow a tiny bit more well-being right now? What can I think of? How can I look at the world? How can I look at my condition of where I am in a way that allows a tiny bit more well-being right now? I feel moved. How do you feel? What can I do? What can you do? What can we do to feel even better right now? I'm enjoying the colors of the wall. There's some graffiti I'm going to show you. Ooh, the phone is very warm. It's boiling. I'm excited with going to have lunch with Corinne, but I think I'm looking for a way to finish up this video. So there's two things. If you want to pursue the exploration with me, you can book. Check. I'm gonna share a link in comments where you can check my availabilities to book a time where we could explore, do an experimentation together, and it would be based on the gift economy this time, where the minimum amount of money to participate would be zero for this session, but you could give up to whatever the highest number of money that you have joy giving. And only you know, what dream or what dreams do you have energy for right now, and see where it goes if you like the idea, or whatever else you might want to explore. I'm open to hear anything you might be wanting to explore with me. So that said, I'm just gonna check if there's something else I want to say. Yeah, I think there's so much love for us. We are family. And I think we'll always be connected, so you don't have to do anything. Just I invite you to just continue to be yourself and allowing yourself to evolve as you have been. And if you want to play the game of looking for what would help you feel a bit better or even better than right now, and allow a bit more of well-being right now, well, please be my guest. On that note, I wish you a good day, a good night, a good continuing of your experiencing. Until the next time we talk, I do this another video tomorrow. And tomorrow, for me, so I don't know if I'm trying to make sense of the differences of time frame. I don't know when you'll be watching this video, so in my time frame I will do another video tomorrow. Enjoy.